Give it up for Bob Crawford. Fuck Omaha. Who the hell doing that rebel shit? Where you at?
Down that way.
Right? Do me a favor. Do that. No, man. See? Is this comedy night? Are you supposed to be here to have fun? Alright, you can have fun or I can fuck you. Okay, I don't blame you. I'd go for that one myself. Now seriously, do that for me. Do it over here. That's great, man. I appreciate that. I want you to know something. I used to ride motorcycles. I rode motorcycles for like 17 years. And used to go in all these redneck bars, and I discovered that there's this non-medical cure for a problem that ails me. And it has to do with my hemorrhoids. And every time I walk into a bar and I hear some redneck do that shit, my asshole just go like that. That's all that hemorrhoid problem, right up close, fast, and quick. You know what I'm saying? You have any problem behind that. So you just helped me out. I felt like I had a little problem coming. I was getting ready to come on tonight. I was at home, I was getting dressed, and I decided I went to the bathroom, and I want to tell you, I found out that I got my part of my job here is to help you all out. And don't look at me like that, man, because you look like you might need more help than I can give you. Are you with me? Oh, you're okay. You're still with a woman. Shit, I'd leave you alone. Hell, man's got his hand in the pot. Anyway, I went into the bathroom tonight. I discovered a little thing, and men in particular, I guess, women, you might want to try this out, but you might want to keep this in mind. I went into the bathroom and I discovered that there are two problems that separately are easy to take care of, but together can be very dangerous. Because I went in the bathroom getting ready to come here tonight, and I got my hair and shit together and trimmed my beard and everything, and discovered that my hemorrhoids were acting up and my dentures were coming loose. Now separately, that's not a bad problem. You know what I'm saying? But when you got them both going on at the same time and you take that tube of hemorrhoid ointment, you put it down here, and you take that tube of, well, you know about that perforation edge, huh? And then you take that tube of denture adhesive and you put it down here, and then you smoke a joint. And then you're fucked up. I'm only telling you this so that if I screw any of this bit up later on down the road, you can just sit there and understand why my gums are receding at an extremely fast rate. My teeth are falling out and I won't be able to talk. Y'all comedy fans? Where are my comedy fans at? How many people watch comedy on TV? Y'all like to watch that on TV? You ever notice with comedians, they get up on the stage and you can always tell the ladies, because, outside of their natural attributes, the ladies will stand up there and they get a hold of that microphone stand and the whole time they're doing that bit. The ladies will sit there, you can watch them, man, it don't make any difference what they're talking about, that hand, they'll just sit there and just keep it up. And pretty soon everybody in the audience is moaning and groaning and she can't figure out why they're not laughing, And then the guys, you gotta watch the guys are hell, man, because the guys will walk around stage like this. They're trying to tell you something. They want them subliminal messages, that's basically, look what I got. Or at least look what I think I got anyway, as most guys will do. The bad part of it is, and this is the part you have to watch out for when you're watching comedy, and you get a woman on stage who's doing this bullshit. You know what you got when you got a woman on stage walking around like this, you know what you got, don't you? You got one lesbian bitch you better laugh at. You know what I'm saying? And if you get a man up there and he's doing one of these, it's one of two things. He's either gay or he wishes he was somewhere else doing something else. Y'all are a lot of fun. My blonde left, man, and I needed her, and let me tell you, y'all know about secrets? Y'all like to talk about secrets? You know how that works? Somebody tells you something and they say, now, don't tell anybody else. And you lying motherfucker, you know you're gonna tell the first soul you see, right? It's true, man. The secrets are funny. Come here, I need a female. I wanted her. She was close. Come here. Come up here. Get the fuck up. Come over here. I'm making you part of this act. Here's what I want you to do. Come here. I want you to tell me a secret. Any secret, don't make any difference. Whisper in my ear. We'll put the mic over here. Okay? Actually, it's 8.5 inches. That's on a good day. And that's only if they're as pretty as you. It's 6.5 inches for fat, ugly seamen. Hey, secret's a bitch. Anybody else got it? Don't you guys got secrets you want to tell me? Y'all too busy fucking around to be telling secrets. I heard all about this pot smoking. Ain't no secret. I'm both right. I'm going to be 44 years old come Wednesday. I feel like I'm 20. I fuck like I'm 12. For all you women out there dating, I dated a 23-year-old girl, 44. And there's a reason for that. Pardon? I like something, but you're too goddamn cowardly ass far away. Bring your motherfucking ass up here to this table so I can hear what the fuck you're talking about. And I can't see you, so I don't know who you are. That's all right. Just bring your ass up here to this table and you can whisper into the microphone. Okay, I can do that too. Shit, anything for a laugh. You whip that motherfucker out, we'll all be on the floor in stitches. Anyway, man, you know, you talk about smoking dope, and I heard y'all talking about pot smokers and shit like that there. Pot smoking is something that at 44 years old I still do, and I tell anybody. I don't give a shit. I've been smoking dope since I was 12 years old, and when they put me in the grave, I could cry that joint from my cold, dead hands. Smoking pot is good for you. It's good for relationships because it slows things down. It slows everything down. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you got just kind of goes down to a crawl. And women, that's good because if you appreciate oral sex with your man, then you know damn well, men sometimes they get that, okay, you, now me. Being the dog motherfuckers who we are, you know what I'm saying? Men sitting there and say, yes honey, I'll do that for you. Okay, you're my turn. You know, and then you expect a woman to hang out down there for 3 or 4 weeks. If you smoke dope, if you smoke, yeah, you look like a 3 one-way motherfucker right down here in front. They know. It's true, man. But women, if you get your man to smoke dope, so he'll lose all track of time. And you got to be careful with it. And it's like any other drug, you got to be careful with it because if he gets going too good at this, you're gonna be down there 3 days later beating his ass off. Get down. God damn, stop. Guy said, I just got here. You gotta be responsible with smoking. You know, you can't go out driving around smoking dope. It's not cool. It really isn't. I did it one time, went on vacation. And I decided since I was driving so goddamn far, I'd take a joint along with me. You know, catch a little buzz going down the highway. Nighttime, going to Florida. Pull off in a rest stop. Stoned out of my cork. You know what I'm saying? I've ripped so many different ways, I'm surprised I didn't bleed to death. I got back in my car and I got down on the interstate, and y'all have probably been there if you ever tried this. You get on the interstate and you're stoned, and what happens when you get stoned? What's the normal thing? Well, you drive forever, but what's your mind? Don't you get paranoid? Once you start looking around in the mirror, you see them headlights, you say, must be a state trooper. I mean, you know, you get really, so I'm pulling out on the interstate, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, darker as shit out there, and I'm stoned out of my court, and I pull down on the interstate, and if you drive a lot, you notice that there's traffic flow. Cars, they travel in packs. So there's a pack of cars way up there. And you look in the rearview mirror, there's a pack of cars way back there, and your dumb stoned ass just drove on the interstate, and you're the only car in between 2 packs of cars, right? Right? And now you're sitting here thinking to yourself, holy shit, if I stay here, I stick out like a sore thumb. And if I speed my ass up to catch up to them guys up there, the cops are going to get me for speed. And if I slow my ass down to let these guys back here catch up with me, I ain't going to look right. I can't get where I'm going. So you're standing there for 15 minutes driving down the highway, stoned out of your mind, trying to speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. And then when the cop stops your ass, right, you got the nerve to stand there and go, oh, what do I do? It doesn't make any sense. You got to watch what you do with that shit. The other funny thing, and I always enjoyed it, I rode motorcycles, like I said, for about 17 years. And one of my younger years, I had a big old Harley Davidson dresser. Big thing. I had the windshield and all 9 yards. And my skinny little 5'9.5" ass on top of this big 600-pound dresser got ripped one night, pulled up to a red light, forgot to put my feet down. No shit. Me and 600 pounds of motorcycle said, fuck. You know, whoop. And I'm laying there in the street trying to figure out how are you going to make this cool. You know what I'm Because you got to be cool. You're wearing leathers, man. You got swastikas and all this bullshit, you know. And you got the beard down to here and the earrings, and, you know. And then people are looking around, and I got a guy sitting there in a Lincoln Continental next to me, and he don't want to laugh. He's trying real hard, because he's sitting. And when the light turned green, this motherfucker burned rubber leaving. Because he did not want to, you know, to look over there and see my stoned ass laying in the street. The cop comes along, and I'm under, I can't get out. I got 600 pounds motorcycle on my left leg. And the cop comes along, and the cop stops, and he doesn't get out of the car. He leans out the window, and he looks down, and he goes, "Nice night." So I think, hey, maybe he's stoned too, and he don't notice. You know, it could be, right? So I lay there, and I say, yeah, it'll do. You know, and I wound up getting a goddamn ticket. Did he give me a ticket for falling off my motorcycle? No. He couldn't give me a ticket for speeding? No. I didn't run the red light. I couldn't get through the motherfucker. So it wasn't fair. I looked at the ticket when I got real, and it said, obstructing the highway. And I don't, you know, you gotta watch, bro. I rode with one guy, I'm gonna leave you with this one. I rode with a guy, big guy, like 6'6", weighed about 275. This is a mean motherfucker, I ain't lying to you. And I rode with this guy, and he was one of the baddest people I've ever seen in my life. This dude wasn't afraid of shit. One day he got a toothache. Afraid to go to your goddamn dentist. You believe this shit? Boy's been whipping ass all his life, and comes to me talking about, hey Bob, go to the dentist with me, man. I said, all right, I'm not going with you, shit. So I take him over to the dentist, wants me to go in the back with him. I go in the back. Dentist puts him in the chair, tells him, so we got to pull his tooth. This tooth's just bad, it's just fucked up. He said, all right, go ahead and pull it. So the dentist went out, he got one of these big ass needles. Big, I'm telling you, I'm afraid of needles. When I looked over, that motherfucker was that long. And he put his hand up and he said, no, man, don't do that, I don't like needles. Just pull the tooth. Dentist said, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. He said, no, man, you can't hurt me. I've only been hurt 2 times in my whole life. And Dennis looked at him and thought, yeah, I'm going to get your ass. And I sat there, and watched as the dentist climbed up on this big motherfucker's chest and got a hold of that tooth and started twisting and pulling. I mean, he took 5 minutes to pull that one tooth out. You hear me? He was on his chest just going at it. Finally, he yanked the tooth out. My brother never blinked. Man scared me. He just sat there with this blank look on his face while this guy was jerking his back. And I'm just like going crazy. And the day he goes over to the, what I owe you, doc? That was good. I feel a lot better now. What I owe you? And the dentist said, I'll tell you what. He said, if you'll tell me about the 2 times in your life that you've been hurt, we'll call it even. And my brother sat there and thought, well, that's a pretty good deal. So he's putting his jacket on and shit, and he told the dentist, he said, well, you know, the first time I got hurt, I was in the backwoods in Georgia, riding my motorcycle, had to take a piss. Had to take a shit, I'm sorry. I remember. And pulled the motorcycle off the side of the road, got off the bike, and I walked back into the woods, and I found a bush, and I squatted down in the bush to take a shit, and there's a bear trap. And the bear trap came up and got me by the nuts. And that's what the dentist said. Oh, and the nurse said it, and everybody in the waiting room said it. They all said, oh, you know. And the guy was getting ready, my brother, we're walking out the door, and the dentist looked at him and said, well, when was the second time in your life you've been hurt? He said, when the slack came out of that fucking chain. My name's Bob Crawford, folks, and y'all been a lot of fun. Have a good evening.